We we talk about goddamn that school shit.
School. What happened with the schools?
But yeah,
Let me pull up
I
all the
no,
things.
what I was talking about y'all earlier. Remember I was telling you, I said what came first, the school or the diagnosis of ADHD? Where did the diagnosis come from?
Where did it come?
Who
Let's
did
start
they
there.
figure was? Of course,
Let's
I
start
got
there.
you.
Boom, get the book, Dark Conspiracies. You already know. It's still on Amazon. Get all my books. I'm putting a bunch of books out here. King Arthur in the building. What's going on with you, bro?
Yo, y'all know what time it is. Unified Drive, man. Hebrew, I mean, not Hebrew, but Frank over there in Dark like his book, trying to get the mode. Conspiracy Hour. Hebrew, what up with you?
What same old shit? Here to talk to the people about a little bit of the truth that we done discovered, or what we would say is the truth, but it's for your ears and for you to decipher what is truth or not. But hey, we're just here for a little bit of piece of the information for the people.
That's it. That all it ever
That's
is.
up.
Like, you know what I'm saying? If we make sure we sound good out there in the internet, Tim, what up? Tim's on YouTube. Appreciate you. We're gonna take it off of here and go to Rumble. You know, we try and do exclusives Rumble, and we on Facebook too. So if you're watching us on Facebook, you can catch us on Facebook too. You know what I'm saying?
All
Um,
right.
so should I jump off YouTube or like, what's the topic? What are we talking about? We just gonna shoot the shit? You know what I'm
Well,
Yeah.
we
saying?
are
What's up with the
on
ADHD?
screen.
Will's not gonna be here today. He got something else going on, so it's gonna be us three like old times. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, shit. We
Uh,
can.
we, we, yeah, we
It,
saying
it
Hebrew?
should it should be YouTube friendly. I mean, for the moment, so I don't think you should have to click off there. I mean, we ain't pointing no fingers at nobody. you know.
So the conversation, Hebrew said, what came first, the school or the ADHD brain?
Mhm.
So you mean
Which,
like American school, or because school have been around for a million, forever.
it's more so of a joke when you think
Oh,
of
okay.
the situation when you say which came first. Only reason being you have a school system. Okay, I mean, I was in school, you've been to school, everybody's been to school, even the people that came before us,
Mm-hmm.
and there was a diagnosis called ADHD.
Mm-hmm.
All of a sudden, this is a new drug. Well, new, I ain't gonna say drug, a new disorder that the children, all of a sudden has. And I don't remember children having this shit when I was in school. So, like, I'm thinking, where did it come from? So when you look at the concept, they want you to comply and conform. So you stick all these children in a classroom and want them to literally sit down for what, 8 hours, 30 minutes
Six,
recess,
6 to 8. 6 if you were in normal school, and then 8, 7, 8 if you were in after school activities.
or about 15 to 30 minutes recess.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, you sitting in a gloomy ass classroom for damn near 9 hours,
Mm.
the equivalent of a job.
Facts.
This is every day. I mean, you want children to just sit. I mean, they can't do nothing that children should be doing, playing, moving around. So we start to look at the dynamics. Okay, I got some children that are sitting, some children that can do it. Then we have some that those who can't. So we're gonna label these children here ADHD. Only
Attention
reason we're gonna
deficit disorder.
Yeah, only reason why we're gonna label them that is because we have this new drug coming out that we want the children also to take. If there is no diagnosis, if there is no diagnosis, there is no need for the drug. So you have to come up with something to be able to implement your new drug, as they always do. You get what I'm saying? Come on, man, it's cause and effect. That's how these people's work. So
They cause it, and they give you
yeah,
problem. What's it? Problem solution. Problem reaction. Problem reaction solution.
because
So,
they always had the answer. Go ahead, Cole.
so they all got an answer, right? So I think what you're trying to point out is like, when did they start using the ADHD as a way to get the kids on drugs, right? Because ADHD been around for a little minute too, right? They said they started becoming more popular in 1902. right? That's still forever ago. But then it was saying that even back in the Scottish, some Scottish physicians talked about it in 1700, 1798, whatever, right, for a minute. So like, I think them getting the kids the medicine right, make them sit down because they already know, and most people who got run shit, kids ain't in public school. They going to a private school or a Montessori or a homeschool, right, in a place where they ain't got to sit down. Well, their kids ain't got to sit down, right? But the people who running the show got these kids got to sit down, so they got to find a way to distort them, drown them out, or do whatever to them, right? Just like you said, try some shit. Because when I was in school, I know the kids with ADHD. It was just all the bad kids. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I mean, because you look at what you say.
Yeah, I was saying they weren't bad. They was just, you know what I mean? They was just shit hyper.
They were hyper off sugar, Sunny D,
hyper off sugar, then
Pop-Tarts,
naturally hyper,
Kool-Aid.
naturally energetic, and then putting the sugar on top.
Mhm.
Is you know what I mean?
But
I'm gonna get busy.
But like that's what I was saying is you started something only to come with the solution to the problem that you created. Now I got to create the hyperactive children in order to display this medication that I have coming to market. And our target is the children. We have
Yo, I look like I'm just floating here right now, bro.
You do like a little ghost of
Camera
Mario.
shit is crazy. I hope
You like the ghost of Mario.
I better not see nothing run past me.
Boy,
Run
I'm
past
right.
me. I'll be out. It'll be gone. We'll cut the camera off. We're done.
It's crazy. He really
Oh,
makes you
hero
goddamn.
frozen,
But
motherfucker.
yeah, he in the matrix. I get what he's saying though. Like I said, they just found a way to market a drug to a particular demographic, and then it just happened to be advertising the kids. But they advertise the kids, talking to parents. Parents know better. Parents
No,
at
they
work.
don't. A lot of parents don't know. They don't know better. They do what the doctors say. The doctors in the hospitals have all the answers. They got the degrees. They got the doctorates. Take your kids to the doctor. Whatever the doctors say, don't question it. Just do what they say. Hero, if you can't come back in, you gotta probably come back in. But and then the ADHD, it's a patented chemical, right? It's a patented chemical for pharmaceutical companies to make money off of. They tell you it's the only medicine. It's the only solution. They don't ever talk about diet. They don't ever talk about getting off the sugar, getting off the Sunny D, getting off the Kool-Aid, getting off the Pop-Tarts, getting off the cereal, Cocoa Puffs, Captain Crunch. They never talk about none of that shit. Why? Because they want you to stay on the drug. They want to sell you the drug. They want you to fucking be dependent. And then whatever side effects it gives you, they want to give you a drug for the side effects to the drug. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Did you ever take medicine? You ever take medicine?
Nope. We got we did do our yearly checkups and things. I don't remember really vaccinating or whatever. But to be honest, no. I think our generation was one of the last generations that was really like gung ho about vaccinations and all that stuff. But like I think the generations coming up behind us are the ones that are like the doctors are just because they're incentivized. I don't believe they were incentivized back in our day when we was kids, but they're for sure incentivized now to just vitamin K shot, hepatitis B shot, do all these shots, get on a schedule, and the doctors are incentivized for the money. But no, I'm not on drugs. Or I wasn't on drugs as a kid. You know what I'm saying? I don't know if it's because we couldn't afford it.
I was referring to the ADHD, like take ADHD medicine or whatever.
Yeah.
Nah.
Tim said Tim said something crazy. He said many times he's seen where CPS is called because parents refuse the medicine, and that's crazy, right? The parents say like, no, I don't want to do that. I'm not comfortable, and they call CPS. That's some wild shit. You know, I've seen that too.
Because the system said they know better. The system think they know. You know, we've been doing it. So Frank, I don't know about how prevalent it's been, but our parents were definitely targeted with shooting us over those vaccines, right? If you look at it, we probably taking the same when we were born, probably taking the same amount of vaccines that we took. So like we were born in '87, right? The kids in '87 are probably taking the same amount of vaccines almost as to now. Like we can look at it right quick.
Yeah, no, it's gonna be different. I was born in '84, What
Okay, you
the
old.
shit I seen,
Oh.
like the heavy vaccinations started probably like the mid '90s, where they were like going. But you can look it up. Yeah, look it up. Let us know. I feel like
Yeah.
the '80s were like there was like 3 or 4 vaccinations, and today though there's like almost close to 20 in just like before they turn 10. You know what I'm saying? Heroes got some connection issues.
I don't know
And see,
why. Can you hear me though?
yeah, we can hear
Yeah,
you
we
now. We
can.
can't see you.
I can't. They don't want to give me. That's what I'm saying. They don't want to put my picture back out there. They wouldn't even let me back into the meeting. That shit. I was trying for
I
about
know.
six, 7 times into it.
Yeah, they mess with you. They don't. They don't want to hear what. They don't want to see what you got to say.
It was fucking time,
So
man.
Frank, so they saying basically about back in '87, '80s, right? Kids were getting like 5 to 7 shots,
Yep.
right? Now we getting they saying about 15 to 18 shots.
That's
Damn.
exactly what I said. That's exactly what I said. Our
That's that. Now you
generation was
think
good.
that's chemical annihilation. Tell me it isn't. How do you go? And it's double. It's damn near double what the people was getting back in nowadays. That's why I was saying you wasn't seeing so many children that was running around with something called a fucking ADHD. Because to my belief, there's no scale that you can measure that on. But I know the propaganda behind that and why y'all went to that because you wanted the kids to be hooked on the new shit that y'all had. You get what I'm saying? And this is what y'all pushed because like I said, asking a classroom of students for everybody to sit still for 8 to 9 hours, 5 days out of the week is low key insane for real. If we really want to think about it, it's no difference than being interrogated by the CIA, the FBI for 8 hours a day. And they're telling you, sooner or later, you're going to, everything they say, you're going to be able to regurgitate and it's going to stick in your head if they're telling you the same shit every day in and day out for 8 hours.
Mm-hmm.
You get what I'm
And they
saying?
start you young at
But
kindergarten. First,
yeah,
pre-K, kindergarten, like you at that age where all you want to do is fucking run around.
programmable
Yeah.
stage from 2 to 7. You're very programmable because you anything that comes your way, you pull it in and you put it back out. You pull it in, you pull it back out because you're learning. You're learning. That's one of the heaviest times that you're learning the most throughout what you're going to experience. That's why they say give me a
They
person
said,
between 2 and 7. Yeah, that was you about to say, cuz. Go ahead.
no, you look, show me a boy at 7, I show you a man at 21.
Told you.
Man,
Exactly. You can make them
so
to be
see,
whatever you want them to be.
man.
That's how.
And
But you know, go ahead, cuz.
no, I was just saying, and like you can't wait till he's 7 to do it, because by then it's you going to unlearn it, right? This like pre-diagnosed program got to be before 7, right? And so and then let's talk about black men, right? How many black men are being taught by black men at goddamn kindergarten? How many kindergarten black men teachers are there? First graders, second graders.
Half a percent, not even 1%.
You know, yeah, I don't see. You know what I mean? Like only because men need money. Being a kindergarten, first, second grade teacher ain't doing it. I ain't saying it ain't doing it, but it ain't doing it. Right?
You got to be loving it. You got to love what you're doing.
Not even that. You gotta have nest egg in the bucket. So I don't care how much you love the kids. You hear me? If you love them that much, you gotta start your own or something. Because ain't no way, boy.
Right.
I mean, like that's one thing. And then black girls, like, and then the teachers. Like I said before, the teachers be old and decrepit, antiquated, just out of date. I ain't saying they ain't good teachers, but it's like
For
kids
real,
is
I don't
energy
understand
ball.
it. I know they don't get paid a lot and they deserve more credit, but there's some teachers that should not be in the classroom with these kids. You know, King, Robitussin. You know.
All of them should be. Shit, I mean, there's a lot
Oh
of
no,
them like that.
you can't hear you. You just went mute.
Can't hear who?
I
Yo,
feel like you was talking. I couldn't hear you.
But I'm good.
Oh, I can hear
you're
you.
me though. You hear me?
Yeah, you good. Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, you got that happening, and I ain't gonna say it's a whole lot, but shit is enough. Honestly, because you look who you throwing in there. These people are uneducated just as well as the children is. So then you got an uneducated person trying to train, and you heard me say train another uneducated person. Because you ain't teaching them shit, you're training them. You get what I'm saying? Because what you're giving them is not useful once they leave your establishment. So what did you do? You trained me with your indoctrination of what it is that you had from me, which meant nothing. But My thing is, once they classify you as ADHD, you know that follows you out your whole life.
If you let it,
Literally.
a lot of people run with it
No,
and
no, no,
they
no,
say it all
no.
their life.
Yeah, the classification. No, I'm talking about as far as the classification. That
Oh
sticks
yeah.
with you because you got to also think some of these people like to take their medicine. So look how deep that started to go to the medical industry. For all the nurse, you know what? He has a problem sitting still. Now they're referring you to the doctor, and he can't come back to school until he get that medication. Well, I'm telling you, I had a little brother like that. You get what I'm saying? So hooking these children on medications early, keeping them submissive, so you can indoctrinate the mind about what it is that you want to tell them, because they ain't sitting still long enough for you to be able for you to get it out to them.
Mm-hmm.
That's not what children's supposed to do. You get what I'm saying? You get to a certain age and you probably can sit in that setting and be okay. But children, no.
Yeah, they
Yeah,
hyper as
Tim,
fuck.
and Tim, no, they're the kids, bro. I don't care, like, bro. I tell the joke all the time. Like my kids homeschool, right? So when we go, we got a little homeschool co-op. We go hang out with every Wednesday. We go to a little activity or something, right? Go somewhere with a bunch of homeschooling kids. And so we went to a planetarium inside of a high school. And then the dude was like, all right, everybody getting a single file line. Every kid was like, what is that? You going to draw a line or something? They don't. But I like the fact that they can just not. I'm not being forced to do standing in the fucking line. Like, what are we doing? If the kids can't walk down the hallway, something wrong with the leadership. It's like sheep.
See what I'm saying?
You can't herd your goddamn sheep. You shouldn't be in this place. They gotta force these niggas to stand in a line up. And then Tim, Tim got two comments in the joint. He said, they gotta disrupt the pineal gland. That's a story for a whole nother day. But we ain't even talked about the lighting that they use in the classroom, right?
Yes, sir.
We ain't even talk about the way that's structured in the classroom, right? We ain't talk about the paint on that bit. We ain't talk about the different pictures that certain classrooms get, right?
And you just said what, cuz they gotta walk in the line. Who else gotta walk in the line when walking down the hall?
That's the comment. He said prison pipeline.
Yes,
He
sir.
said by the time you in the third grade, they know which way you going.
Exactly. Because they said they did a study about that a long time ago, saying that they were studying third graders to know how many beds they're going to need in the next 9 to 10 years, as far as the prison system. Because listen, think about how that works. If they diagnose you as ADHD, they get you hooked on these drugs. You grow up taking these drugs. You wind up in the street doing crazy shit because you're hooked on all types of fucking fucked up medication. So that's how they starting to label you to know that, hey, yeah, he gonna have a bid in about 10 years. Let me go on and book that in, because all that shit is stock. You get what I'm saying? You guaranteeing the spot in the next 8 to 9 years off of the drugs that you have administered 8 or 9 years before. That shit is, man, diabolical.
And if they get lucky, you're a killer nigga.
Hey, look, for real, that's the main one right there, because they know it chemically make you unbalanced, man. You can't even.
You're a killer, and now I got you for life. Look, I got you for life, and he on the street. Man, look at that system working.
And then you gonna sit in my prison and take the drugs that I done hooked you on elementary school. Come on, man. That shit made it, bro. Come on, man. We doing out here. And we supposed to know. And this is who we trust with our children 8 hours out of a day. And notice, you can't go pick them up anytime you want to. They got to be released, just like the prison inmates. They got, how that go.
The trickery of you got this shit costs so much. Shit out here costs. You got to go to work for $8 that amount. You got to leave your kids somewhere. You got to go work. And so let me take them. I got them. I got them. They make them motherfuckers go to work first of all. They take all the land. Now you got to work in that building and shit, right? Or you in the welfare and you don't care. You don't know no better. Send them out. And then what the hell was doing on welfare, bro? All the time in the world, 8 hours, the kid at school, what they doing? Not trying to make no money.
This shit depressing, bro.
Selling ass.
What's the light at the end of this tunnel? I'm sitting in the darkness. Y'all talking all this
Maybe
depressing
that's
shit.
why you feel like that, man. Shit, light a candle in
Yeah.
that bitch. But yeah.
What is the
Hey,
solutions? Homeschooling. How did you homeschool? What made you want to homeschool? How did you, King? How did
yeah.
you get do your homeschool thing? Like, give us some inspiration to homeschool your kids. Talk about trials, tribulations. How'd you get to do that? Like what's the deal? Like, how were you able to do that? You just said, fuck it. We just want to
uh,
homeschool. I ain't dealing with none of this shit.
Low key,
Right.
she got 2 degrees. I got one. She got a trainee. You know what I mean? I get busy entrepreneur. We ain't no dummies. And the state of Virginia, either one of y'all in the house got to have a degree. So that's I'm already smarter than half the teachers because they got a degree in one thing. I got a degree in something else. So you know what I'm talking about.
Are you talking about legally
And
to
then
homeschool? A parent has to have a degree in something? Or
yeah, or
I didn't
a
know that.
certain a particular profession. Yeah. So
Yeah.
if you got a high school diploma, you ain't probably even qualified to homeschool your kid.
And
Right.
look, and you still gotta be qualified by them to teach your child. Ain't that some shit? How the fuck do I
So
gotta be qualified? Get out of here.
and you ain't got to do by their curriculum, but you got to get
You
them
gotta
up
have
to
some
kind
kind
of
of that shit
back-end
wild as shit.
system type with them. But again, it's like if you got the time and the space and the energy, cause I definitely would suggest it. Cause I don't know, they had me getting taught by some lady in robot testing. They put me in a slow class because I wasn't paying attention. Instead of trying to figure out what was going on with me, they put it in. I told my mama, she said, "Get your ass out of that classroom." And I had to do my work to get out of there. And so I being subjected to that kind of stuff versus he was talking about the first 7 years, like keying in on what you want to do or getting a strong foundation of learning and knowing yourself and knowing how you learn type vibe. Like that was my wife went to public school too, but it's like we could do a better job.
Yeah.
And that's what it boiled down to. We got time, we got opportunity to, and so we can do a better job.
So how's it work for high school? Like you're gonna homeschool them until they're high school age, or they're gonna go to college,
Most,
or
so they kids and they be wanting to see I want to ride a school bus. No, you don't. Look, no, you don't.
No, you don't.
No, you don't.
that's where
I want to,
the worst egregious things be happening on school buses.
bro. They were like, I want to go to school, and I'm like, bro, you have look real stuff. My kids be in the bed when they school bus, and somehow we moved and the school bus stopped like right in front of our crib, bro. And my kids be asleep when that bus be going. You hear me? My kids don't even know when the bus come home. I said, y'all can't hear sleep folks you want to go to school. You had to get up 3 hours ago. You had to get up 3 hours ago.
6:15. The sun's still down. You
Bro.
going outside to catch a school bus?
Bro, to eat
what
some
I'm
sugar.
saying.
To eat some sugar.
Exactly. With the milk.
Go
With
ahead.
the,
So, hold on. He's like, so he said he want to go home school. We may get him middle school. We may get him a year in middle school. So he's like, high school, but he gonna be. I ain't say so far removed, but it's like when he gonna be in that journey, it's like, ugh. And he already reading at 3rd grade level. He only 7. You know what I mean? I don't know if that's good or bad, but I think when I see other kids reading, it don't be sound like that.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? So yeah, you can. There's plenty of people who graduate high school early from home. You can graduate at 14, 15 if you get the curriculum down pat.
Right.
And then you can enter college early, or you can take college courses about different stuff. So the education don't gotta stop. And again, that's the thing with the school too, right? So if you go to school, yeah, you probably graduate a year early. Right? Homeschooling, if you advanced enough, ain't nothing slowing you down but your environment. Like if the parents want to put you into stuff or introduce you to stuff and you say liking to it and it's part of your curriculum, bro, that's ball game. Because now you done mastered, you've been playing with a thing from 12 to 15, right? You already damn near at mastery level with it, right? Because that's all you're doing for school-wise. And then now you out of high school, you can go to college and you can go to school, go to college or online school, but you can still be in that same field. So by the time you're 21, you really know your shit.
Mm-hmm.
You really know your shit, whatever the shit is.
You know what's crazy? When we were young, I don't know if y'all remember, we thought, at least my belief was, we had to go to school. It's against the law to not go to school.
It is.
It was. It still is.
Well, we didn't know
Unless
there was a choice. We didn't know, like for me in New York, I didn't know homeschooling was a thing. in New York. It
Oh
was
yeah, for
like you
sure.
got to go to public school. If not, you going to jail, or not you, but your parents or whatever the penalty was. I didn't
Truancy.
even learn about homeschooling until like maybe like 10, 15 years ago, living in Virginia. Where I heard about it and I was like,
I
homeschool.
would say them highly densely populated areas like New York. Did you live in a building with 13 floors?
Mm-hmm.
Ah, but
Yeah,
I
Huh?
didn't hear about it either
27
though. I mean,
floors.
but
Did you?
I ain't hear about it either growing up in the 80s. And you ain't hear about no
Yeah,
people
it
being
was not a it
homeschooled.
was not
We
a
was in
choice.
Norfolk.
It was like
So
you going
yeah,
to public school.
But listen,
yeah,
I've met
shit.
people. I've met people my age. Matter of fact,
Uh,
entrepreneur. We go to an event. The lady, she's selling books. My wife get to talking to her, and she say, "Yeah, I'm homeschooled myself." And we was like, "What?" She was a peer. She was damn near 40, right? But so what I'm saying is, in them densely populated areas, they need y'all in school. Y'all making the economy go because the buses got to ride, the food got to be spent, the money, the food got to be there, the teachers got to get paid, all that money there. They need them densely populated
Seats,
areas
yeah, seats,
in
buses
them
and
buildings.
seats.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. So of course they're not gonna say to y'all, and nobody around y'all is able to. If they are, y'all don't know them, right? Because your mom at work, your dad at work, right? And the entrepreneur, the people who do homeschool their kids, they not talking to your parents about homeschooling because it was such a taboo thing.
It was
so
either
why
public
more?
school or private school. Like the Catholic schools, the private
Yeah.
schools, like that was it. It's like you in a public school, or if your parents got money, they going to the rich school.
So why don't so many people why people don't just because you don't really hear about it too much, as far as somebody off to the side saying, you know what, I'm gonna start something over here where I'm gonna homeschool a lot of children, not just my children. Get some type of building or whatever the case may be. You don't
A
really hear
private, like
about that.
open a
I
private
guess
school.
that's what I'm about to say. It
So,
got to be private. It would
but
result to being a private school. Why does it have to be a private school if you're doing something? Because it's not considered private school when you're homeschooling.
But you talking about
so
doing multiple
we in
kids?
a
Yeah.
we in a co-op. We're part of a co-op, right? And again, if that's something my wife had to go looking and searching for, right? We wanted to be around other homeschool kids and other
Oh,
people who look like us, right? Coaches, right? So
yeah.
she found two.
I'm
One of them was
talking
like
about.
one of them was like a year wait, but we got in there, and it's like, and it's another one in Richmond. We didn't go to that one, but the one we in, that's what she did. She said, "I'm homeschooling my kids. I can do this with other kids, right? So my kids can have a community of people who are saying, well, who they're going to talk to,
Exactly.
so
Yeah.
social interaction." And we got this. I want to say about 20 families in that bad boy, and the parents is cool, the families is nice, the kids get along, all age ranges, right? So it's people in there 4, 5 years old to people who got there going this. I think the oldest about 14, 15 years old, right? So
Mhm.
when we go do stuff, the parents a lot of the time be our first time doing stuff. We went to the Illusion Museum the other day. The kids went to the Illusion Museum. That was my first time going. The kids had a good time. They learned some shit. But the biggest thing is, he said, we get home, we say, what's an illusion? And we get talking about what an illusion was, right? Even though they was in there playing around with the shit, but they understood the distortion, right? To make your brain see some shit differently, but when it's a particular way. But so it's they out there, and they don't do the building. So we may go somewhere together. We just take the
Right.
frogs in the place one time, but like that's like a rented place. It ain't no need for no building because we going out and schooling outside.
Man. Which makes sense because that's why the school system fucked up now because they ain't never outside. They mainly inside of a fucking coffin all goddamn day in dim lighting. But the thing about it is having other parents on that type of time, it does help too because they might know a little something that you don't. So you can always somewhat trade off. You know what I'm saying? Especially if you got a little community of parents that is teaching these children. Hey,
Mm-hmm.
I got this lesson. This is what I'm gonna teach them. You
For
teach them that,
sure.
and it goes around. That way you're really
Yeah.
building something. You get what I'm saying? And that would be nice. So you will always be looking for those type of individuals. But I believe I'm quite sure it's people out there, especially with what the school system is now. And I mean, you see how it goes. They push you through. They don't care if you passing or not. They don't give a fuck with your grades.
Yeah.
What? Hey, we got 100 more motherfuckers coming in next year. Get them out of here. You get what I'm
Yeah.
saying? That's
Yeah.
what it is now. So they don't care. I mean, shit. I ain't too fond of it anyway. I agree that parents should homeschool their children, but
But it's a that's
The way the
it's a
economy set
luxury.
up, the way the
man,
It's a
they made
economy,
luxury, dog.
yeah,
but they made it for those who do. have the time. But think about for those who don't, they made it so you really can't have the time to be able to do that. You get what I'm saying? Just imagine if you
Yeah.
went to work 3 hours a day, 3 days a week. Look how much time, and within that time frame of them 3 hours a day and them 3 days a week, you're able to afford everything that you have. Look how much time you got. Well, they don't want that. You
Mm-hmm.
you thinking too much. You might got time to put something together. Well, there's too much thinking. We need you always working, always distracted, always doing this, so you can't tend to the children how you would want to. So you spend your whole life thinking you raised your child. No, you didn't. You had a part in it, but you didn't raise them. Because the school system raised them for fucking 18 years. If they was in the public school system, they got them just as much as you got them.
Do the
If
math on
not
the
more.
hour.
If you
Just do
count
the
the
math on
day,
the hour in the
the
day.
hours in a day, it's longer.
Yeah, yeah. Like
Yeah, exactly.
if they there for 8 hours, niggas sleep for 8 hours,
Thank you.
right? We at 16. We
Spending
got
how many
16
hours with
more.
you?
We
How
got
many? Hold
me.
on. How many hours they spent with you? Three,
Let's
four,
get
maybe.
3.
See
Let's
what I'm
get
saying? So we
not
got
even
them.
because
That's a day. Yeah.
once you get up work,
You
you
get
might gotta go to the
you
grocery
got
store.
visitation.
You
You
gotta
get
run some
weekends and
errands.
holidays.
Yeah,
Yeah. You don't
you
get to
gotta
spend
cook
much
dinner.
time as you want. Cook. There you go. You got to do this, do that, do that.
Gotta wash some ass.
Man,
I
you
need
see
me
how
some
this
me
shit
time. Look, I need me some me time. Shit.
Quality time with the ladies.
Come on, man.
Frank has a kid.
That's,
Trying to
that's
Frank has a
I'm
baby.
basically
good.
what
I'm
Trying to
we're
baby
good.
looking
little
at when
Frank.
it comes
I'm chilling. I got the one. He's good. He's a teen now. He'll be fucked. He'll be 15 in five
Hold on,
months.
hold on, Frank. It always seems that way. Somebody got a goddamn 16-year-old, and here they come with a motherfucking 2-year-old, looking
Oh
like,
yeah,
why the
yeah,
fuck you
yeah.
start over?
Right.
to. Boy, people, yeah,
It'd be like
yeah.
that.
No comment.
Look,
Got you. Yeah, man. But this is all nice and depressing. But there are
oh
ways,
my
man.
god,
Brother,
This
he's
the
terrible.
system. This is Matrix shit. You know what
Man,
I'm
this is
saying?
fucking.
But it
it's the
is what
truth
it
though,
is.
man.
No, it
It's the
is.
truth. You gotta, bro. Personal responsibility. My takeaway for the night, right? Personal responsibility. Fucking had to take on its own how I'm raising kids. Like, and I talked about it last time in the book I was reading. I finished it. Slight Edge. It's easy to do, or simple to do. It's also easy and simple not to do. Hero, them girls got the check coming in from government getting paid by Uncle Sam. They ain't got to go to work, and they still send their kids to school. What they doing? What they doing all day? And matter of fact, hold on. Let's take it a step further. They could get the other kids in the neighborhood, school them motherfuckers for them, get paid for it. And we ain't on the system no more, but I don't know shit. That'd be too much. That might be too much thinking for them.
Mm-hmm.
Get all this free money. Watch somebody else's kids, ain't even watching my own.
Very bullshit. Oh,
What's your
man.
takeaway?
All I can say is people. Who education, whose history is your children learning? What are they learning? Who's feeding their mind some of the things that they're running around here saying and doing? How much influence do you have on your child's mind? Are you competing for your child's attention and what's going on in their life? If you figure that you're at this point, you got to try to reassess some of the things that you got going on. So what I can say is attention is the most valued resource right now because everybody's in need of it for some reason. Get control of your child's mind by any means. That's all I can tell you because what's being fed to them is lies, just like you know what's been fed to you is lies. So, like they say, each one teach one. They learn it in the school. When they come home, you teach them the truth about what you feel. Because it's always a combatant going against the school curriculum about what you learn and what you know now. So you can decipher to be able to tell your children the truth about what's being lied to them in school. So they kind of get the best of both worlds if you're privileged to be able to do that. You get what I'm saying? You just got to find the time to do it.
True. My
Book.
takeaway is get the fucking book. Boom. Dark Conspiracies. Their Lies Your Light on Amazon. Bro, get money. Take care of you and yours. You know what I'm saying? There's a rat race. There's ways out. entrepreneurialism, businessism, capitalism, whatever it is. Get money.
Ism.
Do what you got to do, because so depending on certain people, being a capitalist or thinking about money or trying to get out the rat race is an unprincipled thing, because money isn't everything. But you could do a lot with getting money, you know what I'm saying, and help with your family. And for instance, if you have certain type of funds, you can homeschool, you could put them in private school, you could take them out the public school system, you could do whatever you can, you could live better, and you could take care of yours, you know what I'm saying? So follow the dream, get the money, get out the rat race. There's ways out. The information's out there. I was talking to my wife the other day. I was talking about there's so much information on business, and people put information out. They sell courses. They put free YouTube videos out. They put so much information out there. How to get money is out there. The information's out there. It's just on you to get it, find it, implement it, and execute. You know what I'm saying? And learn throughout. But most people don't want to do all that. But anyway, I'm ranting. Get the book. We appreciate you guys. We're gonna be here every Wednesday. We out. Appreciate you. Like, share, subscribe. All